Last month, we hosted the first hearing of the House Agriculture Committee Subcommittee on Livestock, Dairy, and Poultry in this 118th Congress. As a fifth-generation Kansan, having grown up on my family farm and having spent thousands of hours on a tractor, combine, and riding pens doctoring sick cattle, I understand the grit, tenacity, and courage that it takes to make a living in agriculture. I represent the big first district of Kansas, where ag producers sell about $10 billion worth of livestock, dairy, poultry, and products like beef, milk, and eggs every year. At our previous hearing, we heard from USDA officials about their work to protect the health of livestock in America. It is important that this subcommittee engage with USDA on that vital work. Equally important, however, is that we hear from those directly involved in the day-to-day business of feeding the world. From commodity growers to livestock producers, everyone represents a piece of the American agriculture picture. We are all in this together. We must remember that, for example, our commodity producers greatly benefit from a strong livestock sector as livestock consumes grain. The livestock industry benefits from the biofuels industry as that industry relies on them as an important feed source. Agriculture is interdependent and interconnected, and that's important for this subcommittee and the full committee to understand. A few weeks ago, Chairman Thompson and I hosted a food and agriculture listening session in a wheat field near Gibson, Kansas, which is almost exactly the center part of the state of Kansas. More than 150 farmers, ranchers, and ag producers came together to talk about the next Farm Bill. There's a good chance that today's witnesses will highlight many of the same priorities raised by livestock producers within Chairman Thompson and I while we were in Kansas. Disaster programs and risk management tools, research, trade promotion, and animal health research like what we will see at the National Bio and Agri-Defense Facility opening in Manhattan, Kansas later this month. I'm eager to continue learning about whether existing programs need to be tweaked or enhanced to ensure producer success. I'm also interested in hearing more about what producers do not want in this next Farm Bill. As time has taught us, even if well-intended, more legislation and regulation often is not the answer. Unfortunately, producers know well that what can happen to the farm when the government gets in the way. I'm especially concerned with the Biden administration's false narrative about the protein sector's contribution to the skyrocketing cost of food in America. The administration's continued push for a set of controversial packers and stockyards rules, and more recently, the disappointing Supreme Court decision to uphold Proposition 12, which opens the door to unthinkable, unscientific regulatory overreach against all producers. I'm looking forward to a productive conversation on these issues and a variety of others highlighted in your testimony, and I'm excited to work together on solutions that benefit the whole industry.